We all love cutting dies, and it's wonderful to see something that's very different. And at the CHA trade show last January, I came across Deanna Pennell, who does a wonderful thing with her cutting dies.
They are wonderfully intricate cutting dies that are great for shaping. You've seen some of them before, and we're going to show you some more today.
Right, so we have some Christmas versions, but you can use all year round. Come play with us. Now here are some of the newest cutting dies that we've gotten from Dee, and we've done them in 3 rows because it's kind of 3 versions.
Right. So we have down here at the bottom, we have this beautiful cardinal, we have snow caps, we have ponderosa pine sprigs, we have the branch, and we have the mini circles.
And we're going to show you some projects with that. Then we've got a house and trees, and then Christmas trees and some doves. So we're going to scoot these away and we'll bring them back. Okay. And this is the series that we're going to start with.
Right.
Yeah. And here's the, here's the project. So what you can see is the cardinal and that pine, that branch, as well as the sprigs.
Right, and the snow caps, which are actually, so each one of these are individual. They're all cutting dies, even that white snow.
Right. Do you want to show the back of that?
Sure. So this one, here's the cardinal, and the interesting thing about these dies, besides being very intricate, as you can see, is that they come in separate parts like this. And each one of them will cut all those little pieces in between the feathers that you're going to see here. And if you do them individually, you've got the legs, you've even got the faces separately, and then you can shape them separately. So that's the cardinal. You also have the mini circles here, which all come together on one plate. So you can just, one pass will get you all of those circles.
So you don't have to cut those individually.
Right. The same with the snow caps. They come individually like this.
Because people would say bad words to us if they had to do that.
We've got individual pine sprigs that you see here that will fit over that branch, and in different ways you can combine them to get a look like that.
Yeah,
and that's what you're seeing.
Nice that she gives some ideas on the packaging.
Right.
But what's really unique is that the shaping, and you mentioned that in the introduction. And I hope you can see that on those wings and on those berries, well, kind of on everything, there is a bit of a shape, and I'll tell you, it adds a huge amount of dimension.
It does. It makes it 3D. It really gives it that layered effect. It really gives it depth. And the way we do that is with our Paper Blossoms paper shaping tools.
Right.
And we sell this on Paper Wishes. You can get it in a kit like this. It comes with each of these styluses that have a different sized ball on the ends. There's 6 different sizes, and you can use them for different sizes of the pieces you're going to use. It also comes with a reverse pair of tweezers. I'm going to pull out the biggest one right now, that big ball, and I've got, this is my best laid plans or whatever. I cut these out with that little cutting die, these tiny little circles, but they're almost the same color as the piece here that I'm working on. Anyway, and I use a mouse pad, or you can use some other kind of a dense foam pad for this, and you just start in the center and start circling it around and pushing, and you can see the end sort of creasing at the edges, but once you get out to the edges, it'll smooth that out as well. So I start in the center, I go around in a cup shape. You can see it cupping around, and then I work on those edges to smooth them out.
And it actually just takes a moment. And
when you
yes, that depth just...
I'm gonna try to pull it up there. See, it's got a cup shape now. It's like a little dish.
Would you put one that's not rounded next to it?
Yeah. Okay, so you can really see that.
Yeah. Whoops.
So here, if I turn them this way, you've got flat and you've got cup shape. And it's just a little bit of definition, but it makes such a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference. I'm actually surprised. And Dee did a little thing that she sent me of the difference between having things flat and having this cupping or this shaping. And it is an amazing difference. Now, I do want to tell you that the black areas that you're seeing were done with a black suede. And that is just such a deep, rich color. And you can see how it stands out so nicely against the printed papers.
Right. Susan mentioned that when she did the pine sprigs, she didn't actually shape them. She said after they cut out they just sort of kind of bowed up naturally, and she
Oh.
left those like that because she liked that effect.
I agree, yes. And the same thing with the snow is that there are multiple dyes on that package. Do you
Right.
have it over there?
I do. I have the little. There we go. Let me get the little tag up. There we go. So you can see part of the dye there.
Right.
So one pass through will get you all of these separate little dyes, and there's little holes in there to make it easy to pop out.
Okay, and you can see just what a nice look it does. Now, as we back up a little bit, you can see that this area that looks ghosted, there's a piece of vellum there.
Oh, I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah,
it's
isn't
just
that-
one little piece right in the center, and then it's surrounded by thin lines, dazzles.
Right, the
as a
black
frame.
ones. And then the word blessing. So this can be it certainly can be a Christmas card, but I think it can also be a thinking of you, change the dazzle words there. It can be
Right.
birthday.
Right.
Just a really nice job.
Right,
So,
with different colors it can carry a little bit
Right.
different meaning. I do want to point out, you see that the beak on here is a different color, and yet the cutting die is all one piece. So look, Susan cut a whole bird out of that color, and that's in back. Then she cut another one out of the red with the dot, and then she just cut that beak area out and set the red on top of it.
okay,
So
there
you
you
can see
go.
that.
So it's got a base. So just nice detail, and that's what Dee does. And so now we're going to go into the cottage. Now
Okay.
that's what the cottage looks like. We've
Right.
posted on the back of it. And there are some trees, and we've shown you the trees before, but they're having another revival.
Right, and these trees are also, they come in these separate layers so that you can layer them in the way that you're seeing.
And here is the card that was done. And as we get in, you can see that those different layers of the trees, and this has some of the, there you go,
Diamond
the stickles. Right.
The diamondized stickles on there, and it's just
Which is a
such a
really-
beautiful look. It's got a clear base, but it's got that glitter that just sort of shimmers off of everything.
So it looks very frosted. And our house is out of red ripple.
Red ripple,
And-
and the snow is actually snow suede.
Oh,
which
is
a
it?
white suede.
Okay.
Right, even the trees actually, all of that. Is
Oh, they're all
in
the suede.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're suede as well.
So it gives you that touchability.
So when you use the cutting die, it's going to look like this. So you can see part of it. All of the pieces come out separately, and even the windows are going to be done separately. There's pieces in here you're not seeing, and then you stack them back on top of the house.
Okay.
Of the cottage.
So there's our cottage in the winter with snow falling, season's greetings right up there. Now, pull the season greetings off, add happy birthday, or even happy new year.
Right. I think I know 6 people right now that have birthdays in December, so that would work.
Right. So there's lots of ways. Sometimes when you see something presented one way, that kind of sticks in your head.
Sure.
And I want to make sure that it can do a variety of
The trees
things.
could be green, and you would no longer have to be thinking about snow.
Or you can go like this. This actually looks very tropical to me.
It does, a little bit, but it's such a nice combination. I do like the pine, like here's the pine sprigs, like
Right.
here we are very close up, but then far away you can see that house.
And there's the house on
which
the
is just
inside.
beautiful. I do want to show you something. You see those there are those
Oh.
branches. If you turn it this way, you've got yourself a little tree right there. And I just-
Excellent.
Isn't that a great
Oh,
idea?
great idea. Yes. So this is very much cottage in the woods,
Right.
and
You just use a different paper pack. I think this
Right.
was Nature's
Watercolors.
watercolors paper pack. I love the window. There's a piece of acetate in there to make
Right.
a nice little window with one of the design toolkits.
right, just absolutely fun. So
cute.
if you want to go in the wintertime, if you want to go in another
Right.
season, you've got those options, and that's what's really nice, and the versatility of these. Okay, you ready to go to Christmas trees?
Let's do Christmas trees.
Okay, now
We've got lots of them.
yeah,
We have to get into 'em.
the Christmas trees are kind of like the stockings that we showed, where there
Right.
is a silhouette, and then there are layers that you can put on
Right.
top.
So right here on the silhouette, it shows, here's some of the overlays. We call
Right.
these overlays that put on top. And here's a very unique one that looks like very ribbony. And it's just, you can get some really interesting effects with these.
And then if you want, there are also some doves in a couple of different sizes and a whole flock of them.
And all of these can be shaped. And in fact, in all of these cards, you're going to see that we've done shaping on all of them because it adds such a beautiful touch.
Just that same way that you demonstrated. Okay, well, here's our first card. And as you can see, the tree, the silhouette, is done in a burgundy. That's a burgundy suede.
Right.
Yes, we like suedes.
The papers are the Christmas lace paper pack.
Okay.
It's just a nice combination of colors. I love the bow running behind, which matches that tree, but the doves on there are just beautiful.
They are, and they're out of the snow, which is white, of the suede.
They also were shaped. Now, what I'm noticing is the tree actually was not shaped in this case. Here's an example of the tree laying flat, but the birds were shaped, so it gives you the dimension.
And obviously you're going, since you've got two sizes, you'll have the larger birds at the bottom going to the smaller ones at the top and then capping with a little one on the very, very top. But just beautifully done. And because of the way Dee has done her dies, you are not laboriously doing every dove separately.
Right.
And of course the silhouette and then the overlay are just two cuts.
Right, so just one pass and you get a whole flock of birds.
A whole flock.
Flock of doves.
Just gorgeous. Now, none of the insides, or most of the insides, are not completed, so I'm not withholding information. It's just that, see, it's empty. So, but so that's version 1. Now we're going to go to another one, which is that swirly. And this is just so fun. Now you've done this with the swirly and with those berries, right?
Right, so you've got that, and they actually have, like, it's Christmas tree, let's see. This is Christmas tree number 4.
Okay.
That's the swirly ribbon treatment that you're seeing there, but with the silhouette in the back. So you're seeing the forest suede in the back, and so that was done with the silhouette. And then laid on top of it with Christmas tree number 4 was a silver linen.
And that's with this linen, right.
So that's a 12 by 12 piece.
It is.
For lots of different reasons. And then you've got the red ripple for those mini circles. Each one of those was shaped. And so you've got what I actually left the silhouette flat and shaped the ribbons so you can see the dimension of them popping up a little bit. Also, these, if they sit with something else on top of it, they're going to get kind of flat, and I'm going to like pop them up a little bit more. But I wanted to mention that I used Ultra Tape on the edges. Right here behind this silver line, I used thin strips of Ultra Tape because I really wanted the edges to sit down and pop up the center.
Now the Ultra Tape is this. It comes in 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch, and you use 1/4 inch?
I used 1/4 inch, and I sort of cut very thin strips and then place them on the edge.
And it has an orange liner, so when you pull that liner off, it's adhesive on both sides, and it will be clear. So that's why it works so well.
So this was done on the Sunshine and Shadows paper pack, so we've got layers of those papers there. So I like that statement sort of on this page, but I only had to put one message. And then there it is in flat form. So here it is totally flat. You don't have any dimension. And then on the front, of course, you've got it lifting up because they've been shaped, each one individually.
And that has been added with some of the black jewel borders.
Right. So, and this was embossed in white, so our super fine white embossing
I love your
pattern.
torn edge. That's just really pretty to let that Merry Christmas
peek. It
peek.
makes you think a little bit of snow, and that's one of the reasons I like it.
Now there's another overlay, and it looks like this if you decide to do it out of the holographic paper.
Right. So
and
here it has
what number is that?
This is Christmas tree number 2.
Okay.
I love that really swirly effect, and that can sort of go
gorgeous.
Christmassy, but it can also go springy or
Happy birthday.
surprise happy birthday.
Now we do have to tell you this is a little sneak peek because the our design team has been working so much on our January release that they inadvertently used the hopscotch papers. So even though this is going to say hopscotch in the gallery, it's not available until January.
But if you look through some of our other paper packs, we have one called Happy Days, which would replace this effect just perfectly. It's got some of the same colors.
And I think it's fun how those same berries are again into balls, really very
like
nicely
pom-poms
shaped.
on the hat. I love the top of the hat with the little the twine flying off the top. And these are the I can't remember
Yes, the birthday greetings. This is where the happy birthday comes. You get the words and imagery in 3 different finishes.
Right, it's a 3-pack. So
that's where the stars are.
They can be used over and over. for lots of birthday greetings and just beautiful, bright,
but
and
very fun. Now, what if you want to do something else? Well, we always want to do something else. So we've done this one, and this is using the joy and the wreath. And this was also cut out of the forest suede paper.
Forest suede and black suede, so you get
the
two layers there. So this is one of our hot off the press cutting dies in back in combination with the Dee's cutting dies. So it comes with that wreath. It also comes with this large joy down here, which has been cut with suede.
Right.
And it also comes with this bow at the top. So you get those cutting dies, and then you just add the small doves cutting dies. And this was in vellum. This is our 40 sheets vellum pack, and it comes with what they called platinum and gold vellum and all different kinds of vellum.
I love that combination of the doves in the platinum and the gold, a little bit of edging with ink,
just
it looks
beautiful.
like.
Just a little bit of ink edging. I definitely shaped these, and I used 3D zots to attach these because they're nice and thick, and it's very hard to see them beneath the vellum, and I didn't want it to stand out. Also a little bit of baby bling on there for some shine, but I like the inside. I kind of like the fun when you open it up.
And you've got the window, and you've got more doves fluttering around. Another bow.
Kind of the look I like. Yeah.
Just beautiful.
And this is on the Homeward Bound paper pack, which is it's fun to just take certain colors out of a paper pack and combine them. And
excellent. So you can do the trees, or you can do any of them for Christmas, and that's going to work, of course, perfectly well.
You can use them for birthday occasions. You can use them for winter and not just Christmas.
And you can also go tropical or into the woods. So lots of options. And Dee, thank you so much. I have to tell you, this dear woman probably broke some speed limits trying to get these dies to us so that we could do the Webisodes. So thank you. And we hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes, do that and have fun.